Hi, this is Rubel from Tech Review, and this is Lenovo IdeaPad 3, 15IML05. The Lenovo IdeaPad 3 15IML05 brings everything you need in an everyday use laptop, and offers powerful memory. It's perfect for anyone who wants to do more than just surf the internet, work, school, or home. Lenovo IdeaPad 3 15IML has something for everyone. This laptop came with 10th generation Intel Core i5 processor, 8GB of RAM, 2GB dedicated Nvidia Graphics card, for the storage 1TB HDD, and for the operating system 512GB SSD storage. The processor name of this laptop: 10th generation Intel Core i5-10210U processor. The processor base frequency 1.60 GHz, max turbo frequency 4.20 GHz, 4 MB Intel Smart Cache memory, 4 cores, 8 threads, lithography 14 nanometers and TDP 15W. This laptop came with Windows 10 Home single language operating system. So that separately, you don't need to buy an operating system. Also, I think you don't need to use an antivirus. I think Windows Defender is enough as internet security. And this is my personal opinion. It has 720p HD webcam with privacy shutter, fixed focus. I am really satisfied with this camera. You can use this camera for video conferencing or online class. Also, you can take pictures and record the video if you need it. Heat removing side is situated between middle of the body and display. So, if you work in your bed or on your feet, it will not feel too hot. It has a multitask trackpad, which one is a little small from some Dell and HP laptops model. When I push on each corner of the touchpad, the lower part of it goes a little too far. Of course, this is really frustrating. I didn't really like the touchpad, but yes, its sensitivity is really awesome. Weight and dimensions: it is only 2.2 kilograms, and its dimensions 363 by 254.6 by 22.9 millimeters. In the right side it has a 3.5mm combo audio port and a multi-SD card reader. In the left side it has a USB 2.0, USB 3.2 Generation 1, HDMI port, and power port. A 15-inch laptop designed for productive office automation. The Lenovo IdeaPad 3 15IML05 will support you in your spreadsheet work, photo retouching, web searches, and even your video editing. Very responsive thanks to its high-capacity SSD storage and sufficient RAM, 8GB. The PC is also powered by a promising processor, a low-consumption Core i5 quad-core. Apart from gamers and creatives, of course, he meets almost all profiles. A matte Full HD screen is added to the package to satisfy moviegoers even if its borders are not super thin. The design is neat and the connections adequate. On the other hand, you will have to take some precautions with its plastic case, and the battery will not take you very far. For this new generation and this name change, IdeaPad 3, Lenovo actually borrows its case from the Lenovo IdeaPad 340. The color platinum gray is entirely silver, with an elegant brushed effect affixed to the back of the cover and around the keyboard. The cover is also covered with a metallic finish supposed to protect against shocks. Finally, we observe that the Lenovo logo migrates on the edge of the cover and the base for a sober look, without frills. Question measurements: Lenovo therefore did not wish to enter into the current trend of thin and light cases with a laptop PC 23mm thick and 2.2 kilograms on the scale, nor borderless screens for that matter. Note also that the keyboard is backlit on this reference. Inside, we open on a 15.6-inch screen with full HD definition, 1920 by 1080 pixels, whose high display density offers all the latitude to view content in high definition and to benefit from a perfectly sharp image with the naked eye. At the same time, the anti-reflective treatment will play its share of comfort to work in good conditions in a bright atmosphere, but we are dealing with a TN panel, so expect narrow approach angles and not always very accurate colorimetry. To finish with the study of the case, The connection gains two USB 3.2 ports but loses the SD card reader. It's curious. There is also an HDMI output and Wi-Fi AC and Bluetooth 5.0 wireless modules. The keyboard has a numeric keypad and the DVD player is not on the menu for this particular model. For confidentiality, Lenovo plans a physical cover that covers the webcam when you are not using it. Of course, the heart of the Ultrabook is powered by a 10th generation Comet Lake Core i5-10210U processor. Anyway, the IdeaPad will not leave any work behind and will cover all of the current use: web browsing, office processing, video, with a good command of the more demanding applications, drawing on the architecture multi-core, video editing, Photoshop. The 8GB of soldered RAM is the minimum for comfortable surfing these days. Storage is another important element since it is entrusted to a 512GB NVMe PC SSD, which will significantly enhance the overall responsiveness of the system on a daily basis. Overall quieter, more robust and more energy efficient than a mechanical disk, it allows Windows to achieve a remarkable level of fluidity with short load times and a performance without latencies. What is more, its capacity is nothing ridiculous and can accommodate a good part of your gamer library. Now let's check the internal components by CPU Z. The processor name is Intel Core i5, code name, Skylake, max DDP 15W. Technology 14 nanometers. Lenovo LNVNB161216 motherboard, used in this laptop. This motherboard made by Intel Comet Lake chipset and Southbridge by Intel Comet Lake PCH. Bench CPU score for the single thread 285.0 and multi-thread score 1099.4. When I run Cinebench R120, I get the CPU score 875 FTS. Geekbench 5 CPU benchmark for the single core score 865 and multi-core score 2301. Compute benchmark with MX130 graphics OpenCL score 6113. The small battery capacity, 36 Wh. Of this Lenovo IdeaPad 3 does not really encourage mobility, and for good reason. It will not be able to offer more than 5 hours of autonomy in web browsing with active Wi-Fi. Good point. Lenovo has equipped the PC with rapid charge technology, which allows to go the battery from 0 to 80% in less than an hour, so you can get back to work quickly. From the CPU tab, processor name, Intel Core i5. Code name, Skylake. Max TDP, 15W, and technology, 14 nanometers. Lenovo use LNVNB161216 motherboards, this board chipset Comet Lake, and Southbridge Comet Lake PCH. Bench CPU score for the single thread 285.0 and for the multi-thread 1099.4. Geekbench 5 CPU benchmark single core score 865 and multi-core score 2301. Compute benchmark with Geforce MX130, OpenCL score 6113. Cinebench CPU 875 PTS. Thanks for watching this video. Hope you like this. Please give a like and do subscribe my channel. Take care.